Have you ever felt like you are at the end of your strength, like no matter how hard you try, things just won't change? Have you prayed, cried out to God, and still found yourself waiting, wondering if He hears you, if He sees your pain? Right now, at this very moment, God is speaking to you, saying, "Do not give up. I am with you. You are not forgotten. You are not alone." The struggles you are facing are not the end of your story. You may feel tired, weary from carrying burdens that seem too heavy, but God is saying, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. He sees the silent battles, the nights you've spent awake worrying, the moments when you have questioned if you have the strength to go on. But He is reminding you, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12:9. The enemy wants you to believe that you are alone in this, that nothing will ever change, that your prayers are unheard. But the devil is a liar. God has been working behind the scenes, aligning things in ways you cannot yet see, setting things in motion that will unfold at the right time. You may be in a season of waiting, and waiting can feel unbearable. But do not mistake waiting for abandonment. God's delays are not denials. His timing is perfect, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. You may feel like you are in the middle of a storm, like the waves of life are crashing over you with no relief. But remember this: Jesus was in the boat with His disciples when the storm came, and while they panicked, He remained at peace. Why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith? Mark 4:40. Just as He calmed the storm with a single word, He will calm the storm in your life. The trials you are facing today are not meant to break you, but to strengthen you. They are preparing you for the next level, for the blessings God has in store. The enemy wants you to quit right before the breakthrough, to lose faith just before the miracle, to walk away when you are closer than you realize. But God is telling you to hold on, to trust Him, to believe that He is working all things together for your good. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. Think about the moments in your past when you thought you wouldn't make it, when you thought it was over, yet somehow you made it through. That was God. He was there when you didn't even realize it, carrying you when you had no strength left to stand. And He is still carrying you now. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. This pain, this struggle, this storm, it is not the end of your story. God has a plan, and He is not finished with you yet. The enemy knows that if you keep going, if you hold on to faith, you will step into the promise God has for you. That is why the enemy attacks, because he knows your destiny is too great. But what the enemy meant for harm, God is turning for good. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done. Genesis 50:20. You may not understand why things are happening the way they are, but trust that God's plan is greater than anything you could imagine. The breakthrough you have been praying for is closer than you think. The doors that have been shut are about to open. The chains that have held you back are about to break. God is saying, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Isaiah 43:19. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not disqualify you. Your failures do not determine your future. God's grace is greater than your shortcomings, and His love for you is unshakable. He is not looking at where you have been. He is looking at where He is taking you. And if He has brought you this far, He will not leave you now. Being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1:6. You may feel like you are walking through the fire, but even in the fire, God is with you. Just like He was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace, He is standing with you now. The fire did not consume them, and it will not consume you. Instead, It will refine you, strengthen you, and prepare you for what is coming next. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Isaiah 43:2. You are not fighting this battle alone. The Lord is fighting for you. You do not have to figure everything out. You do not have to have all the answers. You just have to trust Him. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. So do not give up. Do not let the enemy steal your hope. Do not let fear take root in your heart. Declare it over your life right now. Lord, I trust you. I will not give up. I believe you are working all things for my good. I receive your strength. I receive your peace. I receive your promises. Because when you speak in faith, something shifts. When you align your words with God's truth, heaven moves. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. Your breakthrough is coming. Your miracle is already on its way. Hold on. Keep believing. Keep pressing forward. The best is yet to come. And now, I ask you, who in your life needs to hear this message? Who is struggling? Who is searching? Who is on the verge of giving up? Don't keep this to yourself. Share this message with someone who needs to hear my voice today. Like this video, subscribe for more messages from me, and let's spread this love to the world.